The text shadow property in CSS3 used to specify the shadow for the text. So it is indirectly used to highlight the text. In the text shadow property, you require to specify 4 values, that is horizontal shadow, vertical shadow, blur radius, and color. The horizontal shadow specifies the space between the letter and shadow horizontally, and vertical shadow specifies the space between the letter and shadow vertically. You can specify positive or negative values for horizontal shadow and vertical shadow. In case of horizontal shadow, if it is positive, the shadow will move towards right. If it is negative value, the shadow will move to left side. In case of vertical shadow, if it is positive value, the shadow will move to bottom. If it is negative value, the shadow will move to top. And a blur radius adds the blurriness to the shadow. And at last, you can specify the color of the shadow. The default value of text shadow is none. And for example, you can specify 5 pixels and 3 pixels for horizontal and vertical shadow. And the blur radius is 6 pixels. And the color of shadow can be anything like black or red, etc. So horizontal shadow is mandatory. It can be positive or negative value. Vertical shadow also is a number. It can be positive or negative. Blur radius and color are optional. Blur radius can be a number and color can be any color. In the codes project, I want to apply the text shadow for the paragraph of seasons. So focus on the paragraph of seasons. Imagine a shadow between each letter, exactly backside of the character. And in that case, I am going to apply the horizontal shadow as 4 pixels. Since it is a positive value, the text behind the character will move towards right for 4 pixels. And I specify 0 pixels for vertical shadow. So the vertical shadow will not move towards bottom or towards up. So you can notice the shadow that is moved towards right. Okay, it is too scary. I just add blurriness to the shadow, for example 4 pixel blurriness. Then it is look like this. Now I am going to add the vertical shadow, for example 6 pixels. So vertically the shadow will move 6 pixels towards bottom. So in that case the shadow look like this. So exactly there is a shadow behind every character and it has moved towards right 4 pixels and towards bottom 6 pixels. And at last you can specify the color of the shadow. By default, the shadow color will be same as text color. So I specify the hexadecimal number for red color, that is FF0000. FF means 255. First 2 digits, that is FF, is applicable for red. F is the highest digit available in hexadecimal number. And I specify 00 for green and blue. So the shadow color has been changed. Now I am going to specify negative value for horizontal shadow and also for vertical shadow. And the blur radius is 3 pixels. In that case, it is look like this. You can notice the shadow has been moved towards left and towards up from the original character. This is all about text shadow in CSS3.